running from home?
Home.
Maybe it's gone way too far.
What was the line? Like what was it?
My God,
I guess
girl,
the
there's
end for
not
you?
enough time.
I got mixed feelings about what she said, but I think what she said was incredible. But I got a beef with her on one thing, and we got to talk about it in this video. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com, TatumStore.com. Get the merch link in the description section. And also, shout out to Candace. She got her own store. She got her own show back up on Candace on her YouTube channel. Y'all go check it out, man. She's absolutely amazing. I'm glad to see Candace come back. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you're still subscribed to this channel. Like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Jillian Michaels had an incredible commentary of why she left California. And I love the fact that she was animated and she explained on Sage Steele's show that she's a leftist, was a leftist, everything about her is leftist, and she still couldn't handle California. California is so bad that she checked off every single box of leftism and all the woke stuff that they would love to embrace. And it became even too much for her. Now I'm gonna play the video because I want you to hear exactly what she said.
California got too crazy for me. Why? Okay, this is my parting line. I grew up here. I'm a woman. I'm a gay woman. My mom's a Jew. My dad's an Arab. I have a black kid. And believe it or not, my son is half Latin, even though he doesn't look like it. I hold a million cards in your game of woke victimology poker. And when I leave California, maybe you've lost your mind. Just maybe. Like, when you have me running from home, maybe it's gone way too far.
What was the line? Like what was it?
My God,
I guess
girl,
the
there's
end for
not
you?
enough time. And you know, I actually take this line from Bill and Elon Musk, and they're like, I actually haven't changed.
Yes.
The world around me is shifting, and I haven't moved. So some of these laws that are passing here are absolutely mind-boggling in relation to crime, protecting our kids. Like, we're decriminalizing everything, which arguably I would probably be okay with, but we're not regulating any of it.
Right.
So it's like, okay, you're going to decriminalize sex work, but only so women can legally loiter on the streets. Like, not to keep them safe, not to have them pay taxes, not to make them, regularly check for STDs, not to take away the pimps out of the equation. It's the like, if you made that argument to me, I'd be like, well, yes, we want, of course. I mean, I could be liberal. I could go there with you. But I grew up this way. But when it's like, oh, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pass a law for LGBTQ rights so that 24-year-old men can sleep with 14-year-old boys and not have to register as a sex offender because it's just not fair to the gays. I'm like, what? It's what? Like, I don't know if you saw that one. That was like, I think early 2020 when they passed that law. And so I was like, if a 24-year-old man touches my 14-year-old son, I will get a gun and take matters into my own hands.
Yes.
Like, are you kidding? Or the fact that a 12-year-old child can be put on off-label cancer drugs to irreparably change their body. Again, if my son came to me and said, Mom, my daughter, I think I'm trans, I'd say, okay, like, you want to dress this way? You want me to call you whatever the heck you want me to address? Fine. Explore it. I love you. I'm cool. Like, do you, as long as we're safe. But we're not changing your body until it's fully developed. I'm sorry. Conversation's over. Can't get a tattoo.
Exactly.
Are you crazy? It's insane. Like, I just can't. It's madness. It's madness to me. I could go on and on and on. And it's madness.
All right, as you can see, like I said, I mean, don't you agree that was a pretty good explanation of how California just gone off the rails? California is absolutely insane. And people think that like it's just right-wing extremists talking like this. I mean, everybody that I know that live in California, the only reason they live there and they don't move is because of the weather. If they're in the music industry and stuff, there's quasi opportunity. But the weather is so good that you're willing to give a little freedom to be 75 degrees every day. And I understand why. When I go to California and I see how beautiful that state is, and I'm like, God, I'd live here if it wasn't for these Democrats. If it wasn't for these leftist nut jobs, I would live in California with a smile on my face. But I can't stomach it. Here's the thing that I'm mad with Michaels about. What are you doing? And she said it in the video. If my son want to be trans, I'll let, oh, good for you. You're just not changing your body till you get older. So you're going to groom your kid to where they're going to change their body indefinitely. Or it's a guarantee that they're going to change because you have methodically groomed that person all the way up. And then I didn't know this about Michaels, that Michaels was gay. That's another thing that bothers me with this whole thing. You get a boy in an environment with 2 women and no daddy. His adult examples are women. He don't have any male examples. He don't know what it's like to be a man. He don't have no male energy like that. He wake up every day with 2 feminine people. Like children become a product of their environment. There's a nurture aspect to this. I don't know why people act like that's not a real thing. If you raise a kid in Afghanistan, more than likely the kid is going to be Muslim by force or by coercion or just sheer influence. Like everybody's Muslim. The kid is probably going to be Muslim and going to adopt all the ideologies of people that are around that person. It's same thing. If you grow up around gay people, the likelihood of you feeling more comfortable to be gay or you may venture into being gay is higher than if you're around straight people, heterosexual, mother and father in the household. If you are a person born into a household of a single mom, there is a likelihood that you're going to repeat that. I'm telling you, if you growing up, your mama, I don't need no man, and she ain't got no man, and you think that's normal. That's normal to you. So when a dude is tripping and you don't want to be with him, you can do what your mama did. You can take care of your kids. You can take care of your kids without anybody, because that's the example that you've seen. That's how I felt when I was growing up. People being married wasn't a thing to me. It was like, oh, you don't get married. I literally wrote in a paper that I wrote for a school project of like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? In my paper that I wrote, I have evidence of it. My dad still has my binder. I articulated that I wanted to have a kid, and then a year later, I married my baby mama. I literally said, marry my baby mama. Subconsciously in my mind, I see that having children and marriage are not associated. I see that having children is important, but then being married is something you do later down the road if you even get married to this person. That's a problem. That didn't just happen because I was born that way. That happened because of the environment I grew up in. And so I'm saying this to say, if you grew up in an environment of homosexuality, and I guarantee they're doing pride stuff, and I guarantee they're involved in all the gay stuff that's around, I guarantee that they are just open to all that stuff being exposed to their kids. And you know, people ain't born like this, man. They may be born with the propensity to be that way, but I don't know if many people are born like that. A lot of it is nurtured. A lot of it is being in environments where 2 women being together, because the human nature doesn't see that or view that subconsciously as normal. And then when it becomes normalized in the human brain, then the human brain begins to develop a reality where 2 women together, 2 men together could be a thing. And then if you grow up, like I said, with no backbone, no masculinity, you're just growing up around feminine women all day, you begin to believe that maybe I'm feminine like mama, or maybe I pick up mama's mannerisms. Maybe I like men. I have to say it, man, I'm not like some of these other people. I like what she said. She may be a good person. I like what you said, but you still a leftist. You cutting up. Anyway, I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out.